A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel, the Twin Flame Union. In this channeling session, the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine are very much healed. They are in very balanced energies right now. And I don't want to sound biased, but I really do want to give the credit to the Divine Feminine, because as I have said before also, the runner-chaser dynamic ends when the chaser stops chasing. Because the runner cannot run if no one is chasing, right? So once the runner-chaser dynamic ends, only then, or when she is done with the runner-chaser dynamic, like she's tired of it, years and years of it, when she's like, no, I cannot do this anymore, not even a minute more, not even a day more, not even a week more, whatever it is, I cannot live like this. When she decides that, and then she's like, whatever can happen, I don't care. So for some people, the runner-chaser dynamic also goes on for a long time. You have to understand that. For some people, it's like a loop. It's a never-ending loop for many people. I've even heard from the horse's mouth that the runner-chaser dynamic itself went on for 10 years, 14 years. Like I was like, oh my God. So, and for some people, it doesn't take too long. Like within a year or so, it's over. Maybe it's because the feminine has already faced a lot, or maybe there were, a lot of childhood traumas that she healed, or she is one of those people who's very much, all about her personal development, all about inner work, all about soul-to-soul connection, all about that. She's always been like that. She's very aware. And I won't say those who took it for really long are less aware or more aware, but you can say that the karmic entanglements was such. Such people would also have a married life, such people would also have children. So what happens is, it goes on and on and on and on, because you have other things that distract you. But when you are like done with that type of a life, then the runner-chaser dynamic comes to an end. But after that, then comes the part of surrender. You can't be unhappy all the time, is what the feminine learns. Like she cannot always be sadistic, she cannot always be negative, she cannot always be full of fear, she cannot always be so judgmental, she cannot always be so subdued, or in some cases she can't always be so loud and frivolous according to her. She has been the one to decode all of this. So she decodes it and she realizes that I just want to love and live peacefully. I don't want to love in a way that there's always war, or there's always some complication, or there's always some issue. So nevertheless, these are two very healed people who have surpassed the runner-chaser dynamic, and who have surpassed the surrender stage, and who have also been harmonizing. There is a certain glow. And I also see that the feminine is very much mission oriented. And again, I'll repeat myself here, because I don't know how many people listen to the channelings regularly. I don't know about that. And of course, the channelings, there are certain channelings where there are many people, many audience. Many people are audience, and in some lesser people. So, and I don't even remember in many of the channelings if I have, said certain things or not. But whenever I feel that this particular thing or information resonates, I will say it. So here also it resonates that in the ascending Dwapar, which is the Yuga, which is the age cycle, we are in Dwapar, we are in ascending Dwapar. In ascending Dwapar, ascending Treta, and then the golden age will come very soon. In these ages, it's always the feminine who has the mission. When it is descending Dwapar, descending Treta, descending golden age, descending, going to dark age finally, bronze age. Bronze is Dwapar, Treta is silver, and golden age is Satyug, the age of truth, where everyone is truthful, everyone is honest, everyone is very authentic. Most people are. It's not that the dark entities don't live or the asuras don't live, they don't exist. They exist, but their energies are very low, very, very low and weak. And they have their own world, you know. They'll all live in the Patal Lok, the underground. They'll live in the dark places, things like that. So, I am planning to actually take all of these amazing, interesting topics separately. So if you guys are interested, then please subscribe to TheSunamoon vlogs, where I share, like I would love to share about the nirvanas and the asuras. I would love to share about time and space concept. I would love to share about how you can get into awareness faster. I would love to share about the yuga cycles, as I just mentioned, what is the difference between ascending and descending. But I don't know how many people would be interested in that type of content. I mean, I am very much interested. I'm very much interested in supernatural, paranormal, you know, the angels, the world of angels, different dimensions. As Buddha has mentioned, there are over 30 dimensions. Then on the process of enlightenment also, there are different levels of enlightenment. So what are those levels of enlightenment? How certain people are born with their chakras open and then why the chakras close? And then how do they come back to opening those chakras again? What are the type of people who have all 12 chakras open, which is a, you know, avatar personality? So there are many such great topics. Then talking about narcissistic personality disorders and its types, various types of mental disorders, schizophrenia, narcissism, bipolar, split personality, multiple personality, you know, all of these things, borderline bipolar, borderline narcissistic. So there are so many interesting topics, as I said, fairies, there's a world of fairies, unicorns. So as I said, various dimensions and there's various amount of content. But I don't know who all would be interested, though I keep sharing sometimes on and off on that channel. But if you want, you can subscribe to that channel. If I see the subscribers are increasing, then I would definitely love to add on more content to it. Then I have a channel called Divine Feminine Fashion. I've recently started this channel because I personally feel that grooming and presentation is a very important part of your ascension journey. Simply because you're not monks or sannyasis. Although I talk about minimalistic lifestyle, I talk about simplistic lifestyle, but being simple also means being you. For some people, being themselves is about wearing a lot of colorful clothes, coloring their hair. I don't mean to, you know, that you go and do all the crazy things that we watch on those shows like Botched, or people are removing the ribs and people are changing their faces and doing so much plastic surgery. That's actually a level of mental disorder as well, by the way. Just accepting you as who you are, loving the real you and decorating the real you, dressing up for occasions, dressing up daily, looking good, taking a bath every day, taking a luxurious bath every day. It's not always, you don't have to spend a lot of money if you want to live a fancy life. And that is my own experience. So I'm trying to create these different types of contents. Some people think that I'm very biased towards the divine feminine and I'm not biased towards divine masculine. That's totally not true. Because in my opinion, we all possess the masculine and feminine energies and we balance each other out as well. So if you are a feminine energy, if you are not fully feminine, your masculine will not be fully masculine. So in certain cases, you have to develop those masculine traits energetically, like being independent, being practical, being logical. On the other side, he's going to become a little more emotional. He's becoming empathetic. He's becoming less logical, more, intuitive. So both of you. So in some cases, I'm very much in the favor of divine masculines because there are certain natural traits that are assigned to them by universe. You can't help it. All this hue and cry about equality Equality is not something people should worry about, because this world should not be a matriarchal world or a patriarchal society. The world should be a children-oriented society. Children should be of prime importance in the society. Only then the society can flourish. And in the golden ages, that is exactly how it is going to be for 1000 years of golden age. And in the ascending Treta, we would also see a lot of changes in children education. Already we are seeing a lot of changes. The more we will the more we will ascend towards Dwapar. Next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, we will be ascending further towards upper ages. So, we also need to know about all of these things, my dear feminines. If you're going to constantly only worry and think about your divine masculine union in 3D, trust me, the 3D union is never going to happen. Never. So you have to improve yourself. You have to be the higher version of yourself. You have to be a very independent entity. And for that, your knowledge, your skills, your level of awareness, especially self-awareness. You should look good. You should feel good. Your feelings should be in your control. So many a times I feel that the 5D union itself is not happening and people are falling off from surrender and going back to runner-chaser dynamic. That's a very painful place to be in, because the runner-chaser dynamic is very painful, guys. Whether you like it or not, whether you say yes to that or not, but it is. So now this particular energy here, the divine masculine is like, let's be together, let's move in together, let's live in together, let's spend more time together, let's meet more often. And there is absolutely no talk from both parties of what happened in the end. They had a talk beforehand, before all of this is coming from his mouth. He may have said it before also. He may have said that, I want to live with you, I want to love you, I want to spend time with you, I want to do this, do that. But now he is more serious because they have harmonized a lot to a good amount of level. And obviously he is saying this to her because she has been saying that I am not too sure about it. And I'm not saying that use it as a trick or use it to allure him or, doing that, because then in the mind you're still playing games with another person, some other person. And the universe cannot be deceived, right? So this is a divine feminine who is very, 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 very mission oriented, goal oriented, personal development oriented. She seeks her power, her source of energy is within herself. She is very much integrated to the source. And he is very, very, very inspired by her. He really loves her a lot. He feels that they have come a long way in terms of, being attracted to each other, infatuated and having these cycles, these fights, running away, coming, going. Then there was such a long time of silence, dead silence, separation. Then he tried to contact her again. He talked with her again and she did not give such a great response. And again, he kept trying because that's the only person he wanted. He was so sure about her this time that he was like, no, nothing is coming my way now. Nothing wrong is going to happen. So I'm going to put in my effort. And she is on a daily basis completely immersed in the inner world. Completely immersed. That is how you describe her. Totally surrendered soul, So she doesn't plan her day like, okay, I have to do this. She leaves it to universe. And automatically she is waking up on time, she sleeps on time, she has healthy food, she has a very healthy body, very beautiful skin, very glowing skin, very nice hair, she dresses up well, and she's not, dressing up all the time. And then she's also taking care of other people, like she's taking care of children, or she's taking care of animals, or she has a beautiful farm, a beautiful garden, she's raised lovely children. She's a beautiful nurturer. She's so amazing, What do I say about her? So many compliments for her. She is amazing lady, an amazing woman or amazing girl, but she is She is integrated with the source. She derives all her strength, power, courage from the source. And just like the lover's tarot, the masculine is completely looking at her while she's looking completely at the source. So he's saying that, wow, I'm in love with you. I'm so much in love with you. And I want to be with you no matter what you do. Even if she says, I don't need you for this, I don't need you for that. So he's like, okay, she doesn't need me. He doesn't go like sad about it because he doesn't have an ego anymore. So basically when her self-respect is completely awakened, her sense of self-esteem is completely, arised and functioning, his ego is zero now. So when she says, no, I don't need you right now for this, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want you to do this for me, hey, I need some time, I cannot be there. He doesn't take it personally. He doesn't take it like, oh, she's defying me. She doesn't need me. What type of a woman is she? Every woman needs me. I am a provider. I'm a this. No. He is like, all right, my love, if you still need anything, let me know. Like a good, how good men are. Like some of these good men can be really good fathers as well. They're not going to interfere in what the daughter is doing or the child is doing. But they'll always be like, if you need anything, honey, I'm around, ask me for a hand, take my help. They're very protective that way. They are not interfering, but very protective. Same is this masculine right now, because he is also, as she has taken up a proper role of nurturer, he has also taken a proper role of a provider. If you're dating a man and he's not a good provider, if your husband is not a good provider, he's not a good man, I would like to say. So, again, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, for everybody, it's a different trajectory. You may be resonating a lot with the energies, or maybe for some of you, you feel that, there's so much to learn from these channelings, or some of you feel that you feel very uplifted and very positive. Some of you feel like, oh, I get triggered when I listen to all this. I don't like this. So whatever it is personal for everyone. And that's why I always suggest people that if you really want to work on yourself, if you really think that your personal development and your personal happiness, like you're not depending on anybody else, neither your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your aunt, your lovers, for happiness, for looking beautiful. Like you look beautiful, that's it. You don't need anybody's stamp on your forehead. That I look beautiful, oh, they're going to tell me, then only I look beautiful. You want to start a business, you'll start a business. You want to start a venture, you'll start a venture. You want to start a blog, you'll start a blog. You want to go for a trip, you'll go for a trip. You want to do whatever you want to do. You want to look amazing, you'll look amazing. You want to cook a meal. You don't need people to tell you that, oh, this is nice, this is not nice, you should do this, you should not do this, this suits you, this doesn't suit you, etc., etc. So when you develop that type of power, that type of strength, it will only come with the knowledge that there is grace, there are masters, and they always watch over you. And if you go wrong about something, you'll say, that's not even important. So these things come with practice, my dear friends. You need to heal your chakras. Your chakras are blocked. Some of you are root chakra is blocked, so you are always struggling with money. Those of you who have somehow learned to not struggle with money, you are fine, but you are not happy with your sacral energies. Your creativity is not in place. You probably were abused as a child. You were ignored. The man is there, but he's not fully there. Sometimes he's loving, sometimes he's not. You feel like a little bit empty. And then there are people who are actually doing these therapies because they want to be heard by someone, or they want to listen to someone who sort of lightens those switches and those points. It's almost like they get into therapy because they've met so many therapists who just don't understand what they're saying, who just don't know where they're coming from, because a lot of people, let's face it, are doing a lot of theory work. They have degrees from various colleges. They've studied psychology, but they have not done any type of ascension work. So ascension work is very important. And this man, whosoever it is, the energy is such. First of all, he wants to spend the rest of his life with this lady, the divine feminine. And he's saying that, ever since he's met her, his life has never been the same. And though he was acting a little clumsy and, whatever, but now he is over a period of time, he's a changed person. So whenever, after the surrender, the way you feel for the masculine, when all your chakras are getting unblocked, the energy flow is, amazing, fuzzy, then you feel very differently for him. So a lot of people who are in the law of attraction world, they teach people, change your thoughts. They tell you to change the thoughts, make affirmations. But if the feeling hasn't changed, if the person within, there are still traumas and wounds and there is pain, it's not healed. They don't even know where it's coming from, where the painful energy is coming from, what is the pain body like, how to heal the pain body. Then even if you keep saying 100 times, he loves me, he loves me, he loves me, he wants to say sorry. Even if you put his name specifically so that you don't by mistake attract another person who loves you. So these type of affirmations. So I'm not against anybody, because I personally, I believe in the law of attraction, but I also believe that, law of attraction cannot work until and unless you're totally healed from within and you believe in something. Because the law of attraction has got a lot to do with your third chakra, which is your solar plexus, which is the Manipura, which is called the city of jewels. That particular chakra is very much connected to intentions. Your intentions create manifestations. So when your intentions are not clear enough, they cannot be clear until and unless your third chakra is unblocked and healed. Let me tell this to you right away. For those of you, who must be thinking that, okay, I'm going to keep saying this 1000 times. When you form intentions, your intentions have to be crystal clear, precise intentions. That this is exactly what I want and this is how, and when you want things, when your intention is in place, when your third chakra, when you're confident, you don't even want things then. You don't even say like, I want this, I want that. You just say, well, this is my intention. So any which way, this lady here is very good with these things, and masculine is saying that, we should spend some more time together. We should live together. We should love each other. I should do this. I should do that. And he is now convincing her, because he is the one who used to run away saying, oh, I cannot handle intensity. I cannot be so emotional. Oh, what type of person are you? You are so this, you are so that. He was, blaming her so much, pointing so many fingers at her. And, there was this so many dark nights happened with him also. And then he learned the lessons and he realized that good and bad times are a part of life. Duality is a part of planet Earth. Only when you are accepting duality and you can observe duality, then you feel the singular energy or the union energies. So he goes and now he's convincing her, look, every day is not going to be the same. Just like 5 fingers are not the same. Just like, this, just like, that, like the different seasons. So why don't we just be with each other? Like, I will always come to you now. You don't have to come to me. I will be the one who's gonna come, like, how do I say it? I'll be the one walking towards you. I'll be the one running towards you. And as I've also said that it should be the masculine who should be the chaser actually. Naturally, that is how it works. Because the energies have become mixed up, opposite energies, or it has got exchanged by mistake. That's the reason why she's become the chaser and he's the runner. So he's clearly telling her that I'll never lie to you, I'll never cheat on you, I'll never do anything to you, I'll never be fake person, I'll be what I am with you all the time. And no matter what we face good times or bad times, or we face difficulties or challenges, we face bad health, we face whatever situation, I will still be there for you. I'll always be there for you. And then he says that one of the most important things that most divine feminines really want to listen to or hear, he says that I trust you. I trust you because I know that you are the right person. You are the one, who can be trusted. Whereas he always had trust issues with her, or in general, he could not trust people because he was not able to trust his own self. That's how it is. So he's like, there are many people who so he's convincing her, okay? And she also says like, we had such bad times and it was very difficult dealing with you. It's been so many years. In fact, during the separation phase, she might have dated other people, or, she was probably involved. Or for some of you who were married to someone else also, you got divorced or you got separated, and then you started focusing on your life and things like that. So you are saying that, it has all been very difficult and it has not been easy. You means the feminine energy. It's not been easy for me. All these breaking up, coming back, going, running, this, that, convincing, pleasing. I can't do this, frankly, and especially with you, I can't do this. So he goes like, well, there's no need to do it. Am I running away? It's been so long. Have you seen me acting the way I've acted in the past? Or, I told you there is no talk of the past. I told you they're not bringing it up, but this is a conversation they have. They need to have this conversation, because guys and girls, expectation setting has to be done. Before you get into anything, your expectations have to be very clear with a person, so that later on, if they deceive you, at least you don't feel bad about it. You know in your heart that I, from my end, was very clear with this person. And most cases, feminines have been clear with masculines, but the only thing is, because they have all these unblocked chakras and they have all these blocked energies, trauma bonds, trauma energy, fear energy. So what happens to them is, when he starts showing even little bit of signs of dismay or anger or frustration, mentally she thinks that, okay, it's gone, it's over. He's going to neglect me, ignore me, treat me badly, how it has happened. So anyway, now we are not in that stage, especially in this channeling, in this energy. So he says that many people break up, right? And many people come back to each other. And they are very happy after that. Why can't we be one of those people? We can also be one of those people, We had some bad times, we had some issues, and, I'm working it out and I'm ready to work it out, You're never going to cheat me, I know, cheat on me, you're never going to do anything bad to me, I know that. So she says, oh, is it only about you? Is it only about you? What about me? I mean, I also would need that type of... So he's like, of course. The reason why I'm saying this is because I know, because I can see it in you. Earlier, I didn't see it in you. So I thought you're the wrong person. So she was like, oh yeah, it took you really a good amount of time to figure it out. But I'm not in that zone. It's not like she's, refusing his offer. She's saying no to him. She said, let's see how it goes. We don't know how it goes. So instead of attaching too much to the result or too much to the situation, we'll figure it out. And I'm sure something good will happen. There's something good will come out of this. So my friends, this is where this channeling comes to an end, because here I would like to say that the Divine Masculine is making an offer to her, is making some proposals. She has not denied to him. She has not even taken it up. But she's more like, let's see how it goes. I don't want to be in a hurry. We'll see, but I'm not saying that I don't want to see you, anything like that. You can see me, we can see each other, but please understand that I have certain things I'm doing. My table is full. My platter is full right now. And she's also learned one or two things about life. When she was low and she was alone, lonely is the better word, not alone. These were the things that brought her out. These were the things, the mission she was doing, the people she got connected to. So she doesn't want to let them go, and she doesn't want to be the same person who's constantly hooked on to only one person, one man in her life. She doesn't want to become that person, because it's not just the masculine with whom she had bad relationship dynamic. Those relationships, her relationships didn't work out even before that, Otherwise, she would not have met the masculine. And even after she dated for her own choice during separation, maybe whatever, if she did or she did not, that's a different thing. But if in case she did not date with the intention that, okay, this is going to be my future or this is going to be my life and etc., etc. She was like, I don't even need to date anyone. She was in those energies. She was very happy. But she also didn't want to be waiting for someone. These energies where you're waiting for someone. She didn't want to wait for anyone anymore. She felt that she has waited enough. If someone wants to really be with her, then they should wait for her. And this is not in a mean, sadistic way, but it's like, this is how life is. Those people who have suffered a lot in their previous relationships, but they gave a lot. Givers always receive eventually. Remember that, guys, always. You've given to other people without any expectation. You did not think that, okay, I'm going to do this for my man, so I'm going to get something in return. No. If you've loved every single person in your life, every single relationship, you were fully committed, totally there, you did whatever you could, and still it did not work out. It felt bad, but you moved on, and then there was another relationship where you again gave yourself to a point that you now cannot give anymore. But that doesn't mean that the universe hasn't seen it. The universe has seen it, and the universe always, it's like a cycle. The universe will give it back to you. But I'm not saying that you should think like this now, that universe should give it back to me. So on that note, I'm going to be ending this channeling, this lovely energy of this channeling. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out.